Hello, my nostalgic friends. Do you want a camera, a professional camera, and you have only $100 or euros in your pocket? Here is the answer. This Nikon D200. This is a professional camera which makes amazing pictures, really beautiful pictures, and costs less than 100 euros. Really, you can find one of these in working condition for 8 euros, something really crazy. Oh my god. And this camera, it's really good for his price. I don't understand, people usually associate price with quality, but actually they don't think in a rational way. Okay, you with 100 euros you can buy a camera which makes really good pictures. And the nice thing about this camera, it's the fact that it makes real pictures. Okay, because today's cameras are really high specs. Okay, you can take pictures without noise, but actually the pictures are really flat, are like a plasticky image. Okay, not real image. But when you use this camera, which has a 10 megapixel CCD sensor, okay, this camera is from 2005, it's really old, has behind 20 years, okay, happy birthday, 20 years. But the pictures, if you are shooting a rock, that rock looks like a rock, okay. If you shoot water, the water like water, okay. It's incredible that materials in the pictures look like that material. And today cameras, when you take pictures, you see the color, the texture, but don't feels like that material. I don't know if you understand me, but I try to explain how I can. Okay, and in this video I want to show you this camera, how it works actually, how it looks, because especially with this plasticky screen protector, looks really nostalgic and anachronistic. But actually this camera gives you a lot more than you pay that, okay. And this system is really good because Nikon system have a lot of lenses. Okay, you can mount AFD lenses like this one. Look at that, this is a 60mm macro. You can use autofocus with this camera. You can use vintage lens like this 50mm A series, which I have on my film camera. I can use on this one. And it's amazing because 10 megapixel are more than enough to take a really good image, really big image. Okay, let's go to see closer the camera. Let's see some results, because the results are the most important thing. And let's get started. And here we are. This is the camera. Look at that, how great is this camera in the hands. I'm using this camera with this lens. It's a kit lens from an old Nikon F65, a film camera. But actually this lens, it's really cheap. Yeah, of course, it's a G lens, it's really cheap. Has a plastic mount. But actually you can find this lens for 10, 20 euros, something like that. And actually it's a pretty good zoom, okay? It's made for full frame, but works well on this camera and works with autofocus, which it's still a nice thing. I will show you. As you can see, it's pretty fast. Now I'm not focusing nothing in special, but actually, as you can see, works. I can show you with some other lenses, like a smaller pancake lens, which show you better in the camera. This is the E series 51.8. And it's really good. You can use this camera with the full aperture. As you can see, we have got a delta here, which shows us the correct shutter speed with the aperture. Really nice thing, actually. This is really nice thing. And also another nice thing, we have got a depth of field preview. Here in front we have two buttons, and as you can see, I have a depth of field preview. And this is a really professional thing. Another nice thing on this camera is actually in the top screen. You have all the information that you need, but actually, if I switch this button on the top, as you can see, I have got the lighting. In the darkness, I can see. This is really good, and camera today doesn't have this feature. Why? When I'm shooting stars, I want to see my aperture, and I can't, because if I don't have a light with me, I can't. But with the D200, I can see. really good, and you are paying 95 euros, something like that. Really good camera. Another thing that I like about this camera is you have got all the manual buttons and dials and everything that you want. Like here we have got this small dial. You can set your exposure parameter, spot, spot, medium, as you can see, really nice. We have got bottom. We have got here another selector for the autofocus, single point, multi-point, zone. Amazing. We have got nice lever here to open the door, open the door, and the memory are nice. The memories are the classical CFS press. Look at that, and this is a 256 megabytes, not gigabytes, megabytes. Yeah, we are in 2005, but you can find a lot of those memories for a really low price. So what else? We have got here a lever for autofocus, single focus, continue autofocus, manual focus. Really nice. We have got the doors, as you can see, some doors here, a lot of doors. This is the USB one. We have got the bottom, which is the battery. Really comfortable in the hands. One problem usually is this rubber here, which goes, as you can see, I fixed it by myself, but actually now it's fine. It's fully metal. Okay, we have got 1 centimeter of metal. I removed this and I see how much metal is on this camera, and you can feel in the hands it's robust. If you throw this camera on the floor, it breaks the floor. Okay, and this is a nice thing for a camera, not for the floor. What else? I want to show you the battery of this camera. It's really long battery, because when you switch on the camera, okay, now it's off, now it's on. As you can see, the screen stays black, shut it down. And this is good for the battery life. And if you want to use the screen, you have got to do something like, I want to see pictures, okay? Oh, autofocus, come on, okay. I play the play button, okay? And as you can see, I can see picture. I want to show you how the zoom works in this case. I use this here, this button, okay? And now I'm in zoom mode, and I press this one with this dial, and I can zoom. Wow. Look how good is the quality of this image, okay? Oh my god, 10 megapixels. You can't believe it's so good, and you're looking on a really old screen. Amazing. We have got also the menu here, menu, and as you can see, it's the vintage Nikon menu. Really nostalgic menu, but I don't show you all the menu. If you want to use this camera, I think you will have 5 minutes to see the basic things of a normal camera menu. Really nice. What else? Oh, we have got here the selector. You press ISO and dial. You can change ISO really fast, and you can change the mode. Okay, single shot, burst mode, high, slow, burst mode. And I want to show you the sound. If this is 18 plus content because this camera is a reflex, and you can hear how beautiful sound it makes. We have got this beautiful, as you can see, mirror, and the viewfinder. Obviously it's optical viewfinder, and you can see through the viewfinder with your eyes, you know, like how a camera works, a reflex camera. We have got pop-up flash, which is good to have because you can control other flashes. You have got the PC port, you have the multiple port here for some more complex flashes, all stuff of professional photographers, but here you have. I will use this camera for simple use. I take with me, I shoot pictures, I go back home, and I'm happy for the results, because it's nice to use this camera. Big viewfinder, it's optical, you see with your eyes, and the pictures looks really real. Also, you can use a lot of Nikon lenses, like this beautiful macro. This is the AFD 60mm macro, and actually works. If I put the lens in autofocus, I can use in autofocus. As you can see, I can use this camera in autofocus, which is really nice, and I can use also in manual, putting the lens in manual. Next thing, you can use almost every Nikon lenses, AFS, but you can't use actually the the pre-IE lenses, as you can see, like this one. This one doesn't have the space for the automatic index on the Nikon, and you can't use actually, without breaking obviously the coupling system. Anyway, what else to say about this camera? It's really pleasure to use. It makes really beautiful pictures. It costs like nothing, because $100 for your passion, I think it's not enough. You have to pay more this camera and your passion, and this camera gives you a lot more than you are paying for. I will show you some pictures while I'm talking. The pictures are really good color, really natural. It's really heavy, but it's nice to use, and that's the most important thing, I think, to like what are you doing. Okay, we will see in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you like that camera, if you know about the D200, about his 10 megapixel CCD sensor, which was replaced by the D300, which has 12 megapixel but CMOS sensor. But I still prefer this one. Okay, we will see in the comments. We will see in the next video. Bye bye.